सो हाँ जी बेटे, व्हाट आर कन्फर्मेशंस बहुत बार पढ़ चुके हैं आप। व्हाट आर कन्फर्मेशंस एंड कन्फर्मेशनल एनालिसिस।
So different arrangements in the atoms by rotating atoms around single carbon single.
So yes, what are conformations? These are spatial arrangement of atoms in a molecule that are readily interconvertible by rotation around carbon-carbon single bond. So that means different arrangement of atoms, they can be interconvert by just rotation around carbon-carbon single bond. So if you have a carbon-carbon single bond, rotation around carbon-carbon single bond will give rise to different arrangements, and that different arrangements, they are called conformations. Now, this rotation around carbon-carbon single bond is not completely free, and in case of conformations, the energy which is required to rotate this carbon-carbon single bond, it lies in between 0.6 to 16 kilocalories per mole. So if energy to rotate this carbon-carbon bond is in between 0.6 to 16 kilocalories per mole, then at room temperature, this much amount of energy is easily available and rotation can take place. On the other hand, if energy required to rotate this bond is more than 16 kilocalories per mole, in that case, what will happen? In that case,
The extra energy देनी पड़ेगी.
extra energy is required, and that energy is not available at room temperature, so that energy we have to supply it from the outside, and that may result in a breaking of bond. So in that case, these type of stereoisomers, they are called configurational stereoisomers. So conformations, they are classified only those stereoisomers in which different arrangement of atoms can be easily obtained by interconversion or around carbon-carbon single bond or by rotation around carbon-carbon single bond with energy 0.6 to 16 kilocalories per mole. So that are called conformations. And study of energy in different conformations is called conformational analysis. So when we study energy in different conformations, that is called conformational analysis. Now, how many conformations are possible in general? How many conformations are possible? Suppose you have
Eclipse and staggered.
that are extreme conformations. Suppose you have a ethane. Now, in case of ethane, you have a carbon, hydrogen, 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 and hydrogen. Okay. Now, when this carbon-carbon bond rotation take place, it can rotate at any angle. So when it rotates at any angle, so how many conformations are possible? Infinite number. There may be any relative arrangement in between these two carbon atoms. So in general, there may be infinite number of conformations are possible. However, there are some extreme conformations, and that extreme conformations are eclipsed conformation, and staggered conformation. Now, what is eclipsed conformation? Now, these two are extreme conformations. What is eclipsed conformation?
ਸਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਐਟਮਸ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੇ ਆਮਣੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਪਏ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਉਹ ਐਕਲਿਪਸ ਹੋਏਗੀ।
When atoms or groups they are directly behind to each other, and what is dihedral angle in this case? Now dihedral angle ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ? Angle between two planes of atoms. Suppose if these two atoms are in two planes, what will be dihedral angle? What will be dihedral angle in case of eclipsed conformation between two adjacent carbons?
0.
0 degree. So in case of eclipsed conformation, dihedral angle is 0 degree. So you can write it like this. So this is a eclipsed conformation of ethane in which dihedral angle is 0. They are directly behind. And suppose if you carry out rotation at angle 60 degree. Suppose you hold one carbon and rotate another carbon at an angle of 60 degree, you will get another conformation like this. And this conformation is?
Staggered conformation.
This is
Staggered
staggered conformation. And in staggered conformations, groups present at maximum distance. Which group? Bulky groups in case of substituent molecules, substituted molecules. So in case of staggered conformations, bulky group present at maximum distance. And what is dihedral angle between the two planes of containing carbon atoms and other groups?
60 degree.
60 degree.
60 degree. So in this case, this angle is 60 degree, and here this angle is 0 degree. Now, apart from eclipsed and staggered conformation, there is also another conformation called skew conformation. So what will be skew conformation? Now, in case of eclipsed conformation, dihedral angle is 0 degree, while in case of staggered conformation, dihedral angle is 60 degree, and both are extreme conformations. Now, what will be skew conformation? Now, suppose if in this case there's a free rotation is taking place, and suppose this angle is other than 60 degrees. Suppose angle is say 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree, whatever. Suppose it is other than 60 degrees. So when dihedral angle is other than 60 degree. So in that case, it is called skew conformation. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि rotation
Yes.
की है free rotation. Okay, rotation free और rotate continuous कर So angle दोनों planes ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ angle होएगा, it may be any angle. ਇਹਦਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੋ extreme conformations ਲੈ ਲਈਆਂ. In case of when angle is 0 degree, it is called eclipsed, and when dihedral angle is 60 degree, it is called staggered conformation. But when angle is other than 0 degree and 60 degree, it is called skew conformation. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, out of this staggered and eclipsed conformation, which one is more stable?
Staggered conformation.
Staggered
And
conformation.
is more stable. So when this rotation take place, and suppose this carbon hydrogen bond, they move towards each other. Okay, the rotation is taking place, and when this carbon hydrogen bonds, okay, when these carbon hydrogen or any other group bonds, they move towards each other. Now, what about their bond pair of electrons? They will repel each other or they will attract each other when they move towards each other. Suppose they are moving towards eclipsed conformation. So to go in eclipsed conformation, these carbon hydrogen bonds, they have to move towards each other. So these carbon hydrogen bonds, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ bond pair of electrons ਨੇ, ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਦੇ ਵੱਲ ਜਾਣਗੇ, they will attract each other or they will repel each other.
Repel each other.
So these bond pairs, electrons, they will repel each other. And this will produce what? Strain in a molecule. This will produce strain in a molecule, and this strain is called?
Steric strain.
No. Because staggered conformation key is the most stable, but since there's a free rotation is taking place, and when this carbon hydrogen bond approaches towards the another carbon hydrogen bond to a carbon which is behind it, these bond pair of electrons, they are going to repel each other. That will produce a strain in molecule, and it is called torsional strain. So this torsional strain, it will be maximum in which conformation?
Eclipsed.
It will be maximum in eclipsed conformation and minimum in case of staggered conformation. So there's another term which is called torsional energy. So what will be torsional energy? Now, since these carbon hydrogen bonds or carbon another group containing bonds, they are repelling each other when they are moving towards each other, when they are moving towards the eclipsed conformation due to this torsional strain. So that means you have to provide energy from outside to overcome this strain. Otherwise, ki hoega, they repel each other and rotation will not take place. So the energy which is required to overcome torsional strain is called torsional energy. And in case of conformation, this energy is in range of, as I told you, 0.6 to 16 kilocalories per mole. So this is basically a torsional energy which is required to overcome torsional strain in a molecule. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
सर एक बार दोबारा तो दस दो टोरिजिनल एनर्जी वाला.
बेटा torsional energy की ये, this is an energy which is required to overcome torsional strain. ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਟੋਰਿਜ਼ਨਲ ਸਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਹੈ, ਬੌਂਡਸ ਕੀ ਨੇ? ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਪੈਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ. ਅਗਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਤੋਂ એનર્ਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਰੋਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਨਹੀਂ. ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗੀ? ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ these bonds, they are repelling each other, their bond pair of electrons are repelling each other, so that will make it them unstable and rotation will not take place. So in order to overcome that repulsion, in order to overcome that torsional strain, we have to provide energy that is called torsional energy. And this energy is in generally range of 0.6 to 16 kilocalories per mole, which is easily available at room temperature. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us draw the conformational analysis of this ethane molecule. So it's a very simple. So if we draw its conformations of ethane molecule, so upon this axis, first you have an energy, and upon this axis you have a dihedral angle at which this carbon-carbon bond is rotating. So which form has the minimum energy? Staggered has energy. Okay, staggered has minimum energy, and only two conformations, extreme conformations, are in there in this case. One is staggered, and if you further rotate bond angle, then energy began to increase until it reaches maximum, and then it decreases. So here it is. Which conformation? Eclipse. Okay, here you have eclipse conformation, and here you again have a staggered conformation. Now the energy difference between this eclipse conformation and staggered conformation in this case is around approximate 3 kilocalories per mole. That means how much energy this staggered form is required to convert it eclipsed form is 3 kilocalories per mole, and this energy is torsional energy. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at room temperature, if I ask you a question, at room temperature, what percentage will exist in staggered conformation and what percentage will exist in eclipsed conformation? Or at room temperature, what will be equilibrium constant between this staggered conformation and eclipsed conformation? So how you will calculate? So this staggered and eclipsed, they are rapidly interconverting into each other. So I want to calculate their equilibrium constant. So at equilibrium, how much in excess is this staggered conformation is present as compared to eclipsed conformation at room temperature? So how you will calculate? Yes, what formula you will use? Hanji bete, what formula you will use? What is the relation between free energy and equilibrium constant? Hanji, what's the relation between free energy and equilibrium constant? Delta G is equals to minus RT ln K equilibrium. ठीक है, natural log of K equilibrium. Now, this is a free energy. Now, in this case, since enthalpy is entropy change is very small, so delta G and how delta H is related? How free energy and enthalpy change are related?
Delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S.
Minus T delta S. Now, in this case, this entropy change is very small, so we can neglect it. So delta G is approximately equals to delta H. So, and delta H in this case is this one, 3 kilocalories per mole. So, we will just put these values here to calculate this equilibrium. So, it can be written as K equilibrium is equals to delta G, which is equals to this delta H approximate divided by R T minus. So if you put this value, this is 3000. Okay, it is 3000 calories per mole. So 3000 calories per mole. What's the value of R?
8.3.
In terms of calories, since we are using this as calories, it is 1.99 calories mole Kelvin multiplied by 298 Kelvin. We have taken room temperature as 298 Kelvin. So when you solve this, all these things, K equilibrium comes to be 157. So what this mean? This mean at room temperature, at equilibrium, concentration of this staggered conformation is how many times higher than eclipsed conformation? 157 times. So in this way, you can calculate concentration of any form at room temperature, provided you know this value of enthalpy change for that conformation, energy required to change that conformation one form to another form. So you have to remember this formula. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us draw the conformations of some other molecules, and suppose you want to draw for N-butane. Conformations for N-butane. So N-butane is simply CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Now, in these type of cases, when you have more than one carbons are there, what you can do is you can draw its Fisher projection, and from that Fisher projection, you can draw these conformations. So that will be easy. So in this case, it will be just like this because it doesn't have any chiral carbon. So it will be like this only. So this will be Fisher projection, and Fisher projection always give which conformation first?
Eclipse.
eclipse confirmation.
So it will be easy to start with. ठीक है, otherwise अगर कोई पुट्ठी सीधी और confirmation बना दोगे, so in the end जो थोड़े को net confirmations आने हैं, they may be different. So you can always start from Fisher confirmation, and since you know this Fisher confirmation always give rise to a eclipsed confirmation, so that would be very easy. So what should I put over here? Your lowest carbon is a front carbon, and what should I put over here?
CH3.
CH3, and this carbon is your back carbon, so I will put methyl over here also, and anything on the right on right side, anything on the left on the left side. So then you rotate at angle of 60 degree. So this is your eclipsed conformation. Okay, say it is 1. Then you can draw other conformations. अपनी कॉपी पे ड्रॉ करो बेटे खुद. Then you again rotate at 60 degree. Then again total किन्नियां होंगियां when you rotate at angle of 60 degree?
6.
6.
Total there will be 6 conformations. So you can hold one carbon and rotate other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I will rotate carbon on the back. So I will write methyl hydrogen. So it will become methyl hydrogen and hydrogen. So here it will be methyl hydrogen. Methyl will be now here on back carbon hydrogen. So again you rotate at 60 degree. Methyl hydrogen. So it will be hydrogen, methyl hydrogen. So again at 60 degree you will get eclipsed conformation. And then again at 60 degree you will get methyl hydrogen, and there will be methyl hydrogen and hydrogen. So these will be 6 conformations are there. Now the first one is a fully eclipsed conformation. What you will call the second conformation?
Gauss confirmation.
It's a gauche conformation. Why it is gauche? Now, the fully staggered conformation is a that conformation in which your bulky groups, they are at maximum distance, and fully eclipsed conformation is a that conformation in which your bulky groups are directly behind. So in fully eclipsed, dihedral angle is 0 degree and bulky groups are directly behind. And in case of fully staggered, dihedral angle is 60 degree and bulky groups are directly opposite. Now here in this case, these bulky groups, they are present adjacent to each other. Okay, so when your bulky groups in staggered conformation, they are adjacent to each other, that conformation is called gauche conformation. Gauche is a French word that means left. Okay, so in case of gauche conformation, bulky groups are present at adjacent position. And this conformation, number 3rd, what you call it? Is it a fully eclipsed conformation?
No, sir.
Partially eclipsed.
It is a partially eclipsed. Then next, this one.
Sir, fully
Staggered
eclipsed.
confirmation.
It's a fully
Staggered, sorry.
Staggered.
anti-confirmation in which bulky groups are directly anti. Here again it's a partially eclipsed, and in this one
Gauss confirmation.
Gauche.
Gauge.
Gauche.
this one is a Gauss confirmation. Now what will be their order of stability? Which one is most stable?
Sir,
Fully staggered.
And
fully staggered.
staggered.
So this
The fourth one.
fourth confirmation, that is anti, is most stable as bulky group are away from each other. Then at number 2,
Sir, partially eclipsed.
partially eclipsed. Eclipsed
Gauss confirmation.
confirmations, they are always to be less stable as compared to staggered confirmation. Eclipsed ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਨੇ, groups are directly behind. In staggered confirmations, groups are at angle of 60 degree. Now you have two staggered confirmations. One is anti and other is gauche. So which one is more stable now here? Apart from
Sir,
anti,
gauche.
Gauge.
Gosh.
you have a gauche. And they have equal stability. This confirmation number 3. Can you hear confirmation number 2 and 6? After that,
Partially eclipsed.
after that, of
Partially eclipsed.
three, eclipsed. So it is number 5, 3, and 5. And in last, it is fully eclipsed.
Fully eclipsed.
It has a least stability. So we can also draw the conformations for these molecules. Conformational analysis we can do. So if we start from here, so what will be here? Lowest energy,
Sir, anti, fourth number one.
Anti.
anti. You have to draw conformations here. So anti will be lowest. After that,
Sir, gauche आएगा.
no. After that, you have partially eclipsed. Then you further rotate it, you get gauche. Then if you further rotate it, you will get fully eclipsed.
Fully eclipsed.
Then if you further rotate it, you will get another gauche. Then again partially eclipsed. And finally, after rotation, when rotation is complete at 60 degree, you will come back to anti. Now the energy difference between so if you want to write down the energy difference between the various conformations, the energy difference between anti and eclipsed conformation here, the energy difference between anti and eclipsed conformation is 3.8 kilocalories per mole. Okay, that means anti conformation is more stable than eclipsed by an amount of 3.8 kilocalories per mole, while anti and gauche here it is 0.9 kilocalories per mole. This was anti and partially eclipsed. 3.8 was anti and partially eclipsed. And here it is 4.5 kilocalories per mole. Now, so can you calculate at equilibrium in room temperature how much there will be anti-conformation and how much there will be eclipsed conformation? Can you calculate now?
Yes, sir.
How?
Sir, wait, delta G is equals to minus RT natural
Delta
of
G
K
is equals
equilibrium.
to minus RT ln K equilibrium.
Natural of K.
And here in this case, delta G you will take 4.5
4.5
calories per.
calorie per minute.
So when you put this, solve in this formula, you will get how much anti-conformation is in excess as compared to eclipsed conformation. So now these are questions for you. You have to draw conformations for racemic and meso 2,3-dimethyl butane. Okay, you have to draw all conformations of racemic and meso 2,3-dimethyl butane, and you have to tell which is more stable and why. Similarly, you have to draw conformations of chloroethanol. Draw conformations of chloroethanol and tell me which one is more stable. And similarly, you have to draw conformations for this molecule. So this molecule, you have to draw conformations and you have to tell me which conformation is more stable for both racemic and meso form. So can you do it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So chloroethanol will be CH2, oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be chloroethanol. And how you will draw meso and racemic? In case of meso, मैं थोड़ा पहले दस्या कित्थों शुरू करोगे from Fisher projection. So this will be your meso. By taking this form, you have to draw the different conformations. ठीक है, this will give rise to eclipsed conformation. और racemic दे विच की करोगे? Racemic means optically active. So you will take these groups on the opposite side. So you have to draw these conformations by yourself, and these conformations you have to do them, and in next lecture we will discuss them. So is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with this I am going to end this lecture. Okay, let me take your attendance and then you can leave.